Hey, Kingdom Girl, it's Liv. Welcome to Kingdom Girl Chosen Not Chasing, a safe space for young women learning confidence, identity, healing, and purpose through real life and biblical truth. Now let's talk. Have you ever felt like you were being punished for doing the right thing? Like you were trying to be wise, honor your parents, and trying to honor God, but somehow you ended up feeling like the one left out? That kind of rejection can mess with your confidence, your identity, and even how you see yourself. One of my earliest experiences of rejection happened when I was a teenager. I had friends who were always going out. They were going to movies, events, hangouts, and they had a lot of freedom. But my parents were strict. And honestly, they were strict because they wanted my sister and I to use wisdom. They wanted us to be young women of God and not to be involved in certain things. At first, I understood that, but then I started noticing something. My sister and I weren't invited everywhere. We would hear about hangouts after the fact, and it wasn't because we did anything wrong or we were mean. It was simply because we weren't participating in everything everyone else was doing. And I remember feeling isolated, and I started believing that maybe I couldn't have real friends unless I lowered my values. And maybe I couldn't belong unless I changed. But I want to tell you something I wish someone told me back then. This world was made to hold space for you. The world is big enough to hold space for you exactly as you are and exactly how God created you to be. And if you have to shrink yourself to belong somewhere, that's not your space. If you have to compromise to be accepted, that's not your community. The Bible says in Psalms 139:14, I praise you because I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. That means God didn't create you by accident. Your voice isn't an accident. Your personality isn't an accident. Your boundaries and standards aren't an accident. So you don't have to change who you are just to keep people. Sometimes rejection isn't God removing something good. Sometimes rejection is God protecting you. So here are 3 things I want you to remember, Kingdom Girl. Number 1, being left out does not mean you are less valuable. Sometimes it just means you're in the wrong room. Number 2, the right people will never require you to compromise to be loved. The right people will make room for you. And number 3, separation is painful, but it can also be preparation. Preparation doesn't always feel powerful. Sometimes it feels lonely, but it will always be fuel for purpose. Romans 8:28 says that all things work together for the good to them that love God and that are called according to his purpose. So what does that mean? God is still building you. Maya Angelou once said, I can be changed by what happens to me, but I refuse to be reduced by it. And Kingdom Girl, rejection may have changed you, but it will not reduce you. So if this message spoke to you, comment, I am chosen. And if you're new here, subscribe so you don't miss the next message. Take a deep breath, sis. You're doing better than you think. And remember, you're chosen, not chasing. Take care.